Moving on then to thing number 3, which is Liverpool keep getting better. There was a point, Josh, a few weeks ago where, Liverpool, I don't want to say they were in crisis because they weren't anywhere near crisis. They didn't, it was a blip. They dropped a couple of points in the league. They obviously lose that first leg to Tottenham, albeit in controversial circumstances. Yeah. And there's talk about maybe the wheels coming off. Is there a bit of a January slump? And it did feel like the performance levels dipped a little bit. But now it just sort of looks like they're back to the very best and they're getting better all the time. And Arne got asked about that in his post-match press conference last night, and he sort of said, well, I think the team are getting better, and I think they will get better the more time that we have together and that we play together and we spend with each other on the training pitch. And you think, if you're a rival fan, then that's an ominous prospect, thinking that this Liverpool team maybe haven't even reached their full potential yet.
Yeah, and he's been at pains to say that all season. And as I said before, Klopp was saying that at the back end of last season too. He's like, listen, you think you've seen the best of this Liverpool team, and again, like I don't want to go too doom and gloom on the whole contract situation, but it is the sort of, it's the dark cloud that hangs over everything, isn't it? Maybe we have seen the sort of end of Mo Salah and Virgil van Dijk, but even if we have, like, think of the lads we've got in that midfield who are waxing lyrical about. Think of the lads that we've got coming through who we'll hopefully see a lot of against Plymouth as well. Like, there's still so much to be positive about Liverpool, even if there are some downsides to it. There's always going to be downsides to anything really. Jurgen Klopp leaving Liverpool was a downside, but Slot has come in and it's just been like a duck to water really, and it's not even like everything has stayed the same, because like quite a lot has changed on the whole really. Slot has changed a lot in sort of nuanced areas around players' positions and things like that, but the players you've seen excel this season have excelled basically because of Arne Slot. Like, players who weren't excelling under Jurgen Klopp last season, you think of Cody Gakpo gets another goal last night, Ryan Gravenberch, who's brilliant last night as well. They were players who weren't getting the game time, maybe weren't playing in the positions they necessarily wanted to play when they were coming into the team, and it's testament to Slot that he's found the homes for those players. He's getting a tune out of those players, and like, the sky is the limit for someone like Ryan Gravenberch. Like, is he 21, 22 or something like that? And already I'm saying on shows, and some people think it's a little bit early. I don't really care about that, to be honest, because I'm an optimistic Liverpool fan. I think he is the best midfielder in the world right now. It doesn't mean that I think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or or any of those kinds of things. I think a lot of those awards are quite political really, aren't they? So we'll see what happens. We'll see what position Liverpool are in at that stage. But like, for me, for my money now, like, I would have him in with a shout of all of that, and that is like, he could go on and win that multiple times for me in his career if he continues on the trajectory that he's on, because that is how good I think he is becoming as a footballer, and he's just one element of this team that is constantly improving. So yeah, as I say, the sky is the limit. There's so much to be excited about with this Liverpool team in the short term, but in the long term too, and so much of that is down to what Jurgen Klopp left us in terms of that sort of like final bow on his legacy. But Arne Slot 100% as well, and the way he talks about the squad, the way he manages his squad has just been brilliant from start to finish, and we'll start to where we are right now, start to present.